Hello and good afternoon, welcome to New Forest Morphs. Today is the first day of the new breeding season for Jared and myself at New Forest Morphs. And Jared, we've put about 4 pairs together today, haven't we? Shall we go through and explain what we've done? But first of all, let's go straight to our first lock of the new season. Jared, this is one of your exciting projects. And let's have a little look. So this is a Pastel Lesser Clown manga. And she's been put to Jared's male, who is what's the male, Jared?
A Pastel Gravel, 100% Het Clown.
Yeah, that's the first lock they've ever done, the first breeding lock for both animals. And what are you hoping to produce, Jared?
So I'm hoping to get a Super Pastel Gravel Lesser Clown.
Wow, that'd be pretty fantastic, wouldn't it? And that would increase your odds because you are going for a long-term project. And this is a stepping stone to a longer-term project, isn't it, Jared?
Yeah, I need to get a Pastel Gravel Clown, is what I'm hoping for. But if I can get a Super Pastel Gravel Clown, then we're quids in.
Yeah, because she's pastel and he's pastel.
Yep.
So that's
and then I'll breed that to a Yellow Belly Het Clown female.
Yeah. And he's Het Clown, which means that if they produce a clutch for us, let's say we get 6 eggs, 3 of them will be visual clowns. There's a good chance that one of them might be a Super Pastel Clown that has gravel in.
And if the odds are in our favour, we could have even more than that.
Yeah.
Or if they're not in our favour, we could have none.
But you could always have a lesser Super Pastel Clown, and if it was a boy, he'd be a real stud, and then you could plug him into Bella. Now this is the other part of the project. We must explain what's going on here because Bella is almost 1200 grams now. She is, what is she, Jared?
She's a Pastel Leopard Orange Dream Yellow Belly 100% Het Clown.
Yeah, and she could get up to size in the next 3 months. So we could put the gravel boy to her as well when she's ready.
I reckon we build her up and wait for the little male from that.
Okay, yeah. So if we put a little male to her, what are our chances of getting what you want to get, Jared? Because you want to get an OD Yellow Belly. No, OD.
No, the one that I want is a Pastel Highway Clown. That's my
Pastel Highway Clown, but they'll have OD in
it. Could have OD in there. It could have Yellow Belly. Oh, Yellow Belly will in it.
But it could have Leopard as well. Imagine having an OD Leopard Super Pastel Highway Clown. Yeah. That could be a world's first for right now.
That would look wicked. Yeah, hopefully.
That's what we could be going for. So
the main one that I've seen that I want to hit is a Pastel Highway Clown.
Yeah. So let's just go through a couple of things that we've been doing to start our breeding season, which is part of the breeding tips for the forthcoming year. And we're building on all the knowledge from the previous 2 years. For Jared, it's been 3 years. But the first thing you'll see here is that let's just check our humidity, Jared. Can you see that humidity in the room is sitting at what, 54%? So the reason why I go straight to the humidity is because for breeding purposes the humidity has to be right, isn't it, Jared? The better the humidity, the more chance of a lock. Now this is their first time together. And before we put them together, what was the thing that we did with the boy first, Jared? What did you do to check that skip was all, what was the process?
I popped him to see if he was producing sperm, to make sure he was mature.
So you popped him to make sure he was producing sperm, and we also weighed him, and he was weighing in at a good, what was the weight, Jared?
I think it's like 1100, 1200.
He's 1200 grams nearly, which is perfect size for breeder males.
And then I just gave him an overall health check, made sure that he didn't have any mites or anything. He was completely clear.
So we've got a completely clean collection, no mites, but we double check to make sure before you put animals to animals, because if there's any disease anywhere, they transmit during the breeding process. So you have to be really meticulous with who you
check their mouths.
You opened up their mouths to make sure there's no saliva in there, there's no RI issue, so that was very important. And then, what was the other thing? You check their vents, you check their scales.
And just overall condition to make sure that because sometimes males will go off food when they start breeding, so I wanted to make sure he was thick enough, he had enough body fat, and he's perfect. So
so these are all really good, what we call procedures before you start pairing. I know it's exciting to get hold of your male, put them in there, but there's preparation. So humidity right. Also, we've chosen 3 days after feeding, so they've digested their food, out of shed and in good condition. The female was close to 2K. Now she's only 2 years old, Jared. Now normally they say it's 3 years when a female's ready, but it all depends on the animal. It can vary. In the wild, they don't wait until they're 3 years to breed. When they get to weight and they've got the potential to produce eggs, they will seek a mate. So in Mango's case, she's a couple of years old. She's 2K. He's 1200. They're both compatible. They're both lots, so we know that putting that pairing together was really wise. Now we could have taken a different view. We could have tried to put Hercules into her to get 100% visual clowns with all his codons, but we're looking beyond that, Jan, aren't we? And we've got Hercules reserved for some other girls that later in the season we will show you. And we'll just show you where Hercules is at the moment. He's over here, and he's looking beautiful, Jared. Can you see? He's just shed out. So he's a 5-gene animal. So we've got Pastel Leopard Lesser Clown, and he weighs close to 900 grams at the moment. And when he's ready, Jared, we did pop him, didn't we? And he's not producing sperm right now.
Not right now, but he's less than a year old. Well, he's about a year old.
He's about a year old. He's just over a year.
Sometimes it takes a bit longer for him to mature.
So even though we want to start them and everything seems that it's good, if he's not producing sperm, just wait a bit longer. Maybe in a couple of months, he might get his hormones kicking in and he might be ready. So that's that one. Now the other pairings we've done is probably one of the most anticipated pairings that we've done is our Dreamsicle pair. Now we'll have a quick look and see what they're up to. So we've put Bowser to Peach. They're both 100% Dreamsicles. So
they made a mess.
They have made a mess, haven't they? God, what a mess that's in there. Look at all the...
So that's the girl, that's the boy.
That's the girl and that's the boy, yeah.
Nothing right now, but hopefully they become friends.
Yeah. So we'll leave them in peace. And then what was the other pairing we did, Chad?
The other one, we've got a Super Gravel that's gone to a Ivory Woma, Super Pastel
Any
Ivory
signs of any locking there?
No.
No, but they're tail to tail.
Yeah.
So we're shooting for Super Pastel Highways there. And
just Pastel Highways.
Pastel Highways, sorry.
Every single baby would be a Pastel Highway.
The girl's 2 kilograms plus, and he's about 1200 as well. So that's a good ratio, isn't it? A 2 kilogram girl with a 1200 boy.
Yeah, it's different for every snake and every person, but that's what we like.
It's a nice safety margin because they may lose 300 or 400 grams, the males, and the females could lose up to 1000 grams if they have 10 eggs at 100 grams an egg.
They should put on about 1000.
Yeah,
during breeding season, but
they will put on between 500 and 1000 grams, Jared, depending on when their eggs are up to size.
Yeah.
So that's that one, and the last one we've put together, Jared, is Moneypenny, and we put Samo to her, and this is our double hecht pairing. So any signs of what's going on there?
No, they're on separate sides, but they've spilt their water and made it a bit wet.
Yeah. So that's a ghost and pied combos. So we'll leave them in peace.
So we're shooting for a Super Pastel Ghost Pied out of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's fine. So, with that in mind, so we talked about humidity, talked about the pairings. Now, what other things do we want to do? We want to just do a quick update on some of the babies, don't we? And yeah, is that okay? So let's just have a little look and see how our bells are doing. We've got Nesta and Costa. And there we go. Let's see how she's doing. How many meals does she have, Jared?
I've lost count. Quite a few. She's getting nice and chunky.
About 5. So we'll weigh her and see what she looks like in the spotlight, Jared. Let's have a little weigh. And she's getting quite a lot of love and attention. Isn't she just lovely? So we'll get the scales on. We'll get the light box on. We're just going to do a little bit of update on our hatchlings, see how they're doing. And we'll be shipping out our first snakes shortly in October through cold-blooded movements. So if anybody wants to buy these snakes from us, please feel free to contact Jared on Instagram, me on Facebook, or Jared will be uploading animals for sale in the next few weeks
on Morph Market.
On Morph Market. Please check our Morph Market out.
Also, I think Cold Blooded have changed their name to Ridgeway Careers now.
Is it Ridgeway Careers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So how much does she weigh, Jared?
131, so she's at least doubled her weight.
131. Let's put her in the light box, see how she looks. While you video her, Jared, I'll get her sister out. So that's Costa. We'll get Nesta out as well, and we'll just contrast the difference between feeding 1 or 2 weeks earlier with the size of the prey with the items that we're giving them. And what are they eating, Jared?
They're all on rat fluffs.
So So they're all eating rat fluffs. And Nesta, let's see what she's
got
wearing.
Quite a nice yellow stripe.
Yeah. And what's she made up of?
She's a Mocha Mojave Het Ultra Male.
100%.
So she's 72, see?
60
she's
gram
only
difference.
Like
60
twice,
gram difference.
3 times, yeah.
It's amazing how the rat fluffs. If she has 3 less mils, the difference is 60 grams, Jared.
Yeah.
But they are beautiful animals.
Yeah, they're very pretty. Both identical.
Don't mix them up. Mind you, they're 2 different sizes.
Yeah, one's small. Look at the difference in size.
Yeah. Okay, that's lovely. We put those back. Now we had, was it 9 eggs on these, Jared, or was it 10? I can't remember. 9 or 10 eggs. I think it was 9 eggs, wasn't it? That we got from the Mocha girl. And so included in that, we also got some beautiful mochas, which we're now able to show you. Starbuck was one of them. So this is the Mocha 100% Het Ultra Male. There he is. And he must be about 130 grams, Jared. Would you say? I'll give her a hide back. Let's remember to
He's eating well.
So let's have a look at him under the spotlight and let's weigh him. Oh, he's looking ever so chunky, Jared. Ooh.
Oh, he went for you there.
You know, dear, dear.
They've got an appetite and they're feisty.
I was just gonna what we got. I was lucky not to get bitten there, wasn't I?
141.
Oh, attacking the camera, Jared. Attacking the camera. 141. I'll let you put him in the light box.
Oh, thank you.
Kind of you. I'll get out the other one we've got, which is that's Starbuck, and the other one is a female called Beanie that we believe is a Mocha as well. I'm going to get the little roll on it, Chad.
That'll be alright.
Okay.
Yeah. You just got to hold him for a little while and they'll be alright.
He's a real hisser, isn't he? No wonder he's putting on such good weight. 141, Chad. That's fantastic. Really good.
Yeah, he looks good, doesn't he?
Does he look good in there?
Beautiful jeans.
And
they're so bright.
If we put Beanie alongside him as well, and she looks beautiful too. See what she weighs. So she's 129.
She's less aggressive.
Yeah, put her alongside. Just watch that pistol. He's a bit of a pistol, Jared. Zoom in on the fire. We've got fire coming up from the belly of these ones. Got some lovely rids in there.
And these two we believe are mochas.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to tell the difference between a mocha and a normal, so some of them are possible, which we can't really tell yet.
So I'll tell you why I think you can identify them, Jared. I think there's donuts on the dorsal. If you look carefully, there's a lot more donuts, closer rings.
Yeah.
And also a bright gene. The Mocha has a much blacker background than a normal and a much shinier scale pattern on the oranges and golds are much shinier. But the mother is almost back up to condition now. She's doing really well. So let's let those two
get it right in a bit.
Yeah.
That's the boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Feisty little boy.
So that's Starbuck.
I'll let you show that one.
Yeah.
And I'll grab the other one.
Well done, Jared. We'll just slip that one back. Okay. Are there any other babies on this side that we want to show at this stage, or should we go over to the other side and have a look and see how the other babies are doing on the other side?
There's one cinnamon in here.
Oh, yeah.
One's in shed, but one of them's not in shed right now.
I think you should show off this one here. Now this is our first clutch in March, end of March these were born.
And they've got massive.
So they're 5 months old, are they, Jared?
Yeah.
So April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, 5 months old. Let's see what they weigh in 5 months.
287 grams.
Chunky, Joe, chunky. Is that boy or girl, that one?
This one is a girl, I think. I believe.
This is a beautiful example of a cinnamon, 100% het for clown, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll produce some lovely banana cinnamon clowns if we put banana clown to her.
Cinnamon's always been one of my favourite genes.
Yeah, but you've got a particularly good example. Toast is a good example of cinnamon.
Yeah.
I think you've also got a very big male in there, but he's in shed grams.
He's in shed, yeah.
So I weighed one of them. One of them hit 300 grams, Jared, the other day. So
this one's the bigger out of the two.
that's a fish poo then. You must have lost 13 grams on a poo then.
Yeah, I think it's shed and pooed recently.
Yeah. So that's really good, Jared. Any other babies you want to show on this side that might be nice? So we can see how the fire entries are doing. We can weigh them and see if they've all out shed. So this is Ember. So she's a fire entry 100% het desert ghost. Let's weigh her and see how she is progressing. There she is. So she's got 3 genes in her. I'm guessing she's getting to be 150 maybe?
Yeah.
147?
Yeah, 146.
146. And we'll put her in the light box. You can have a look at her under the light box, see how beautiful chunky she is. She's a little bit shy. So you might be able to open up, Chad. And she's got a sister who's also an entry fire, 100% desert ghost, called Vesta.
I think she might be in shed.
But she's in shed, unfortunately. But I'm just going to check her weight and see how big she is.
Yeah, this one's really pretty. Get her head out. She has an amazing head pattern.
Is that the one that you like, the neck pattern on the back?
Yeah, all blend. See, like it was all joined from the eye stripe onto the head.
Yeah.
Absolutely love this. I can't wait to get Desert Ghost into it.
Yeah. Now contrast that with the entry, Joe. If you leave her there, I'll give you the Tyson, who's the...
She's on a run right now.
She's on a run, okay. But here we've got the entry version without the fire. I was going to contrast the fire entry with the entry. I mean, if you look at it, the difference in patterns.
Yeah, she wants to run.
Yeah, should we slip her back? Okay.
You can see the difference though. This one's a lot brighter and lighter.
I really like the look at that, don't you, Jad? Fire
and
entries.
She's just a little bit more dull, but still beautiful.
If we put him into the light box, Jared, and see what it looks like in the light box, and let's weigh him as well. They are starting to chill a bit more, so hopefully he won't tag you. So you weigh him first. $111, so 300 weight. Let's see what the entry looks like. 100% desert ghost. He might be starting to move into shed actually, looking at him. Do you think?
Yeah, he's starting to go.
Is he starting to? Yeah, but look at those rich browns, Jared.
He's a beautiful snake.
Yeah.
Is this one the boy?
Yeah. So he's a male. Yeah, his name is Tyson. And we've got the female version up here as well, Enya, and she's coming on nicely. Give him a year or so, Jared, we can start plugging him into some other animals to produce some visuals. So she's not quite as big, but she's the same patterns and same colour.
Beautiful.
But she's still lovely. Right, let's move on to the pied clutch, Jared. You know your girl that you proved out to be 100% pied at the end? Your first ever...
Yeah.
And what's her name? The first
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Phoenix produced a visual cinnamon pied for us called Biscuit. And I think you're going to have to weigh her and show her under the spotlight, Jared. See what she's doing.
Hide on there, people.
There we go. She's a beautiful little animal, isn't she? She's got to be getting close to what, 150? Yeah, 147, 148.
I'll try and bite the camera.
You might have a little go at you there, Jared.
So a good tip, if they're looking like they're going to bite you, if you spin them, it disorientates them. See this? And then they won't bite you. Oh, never mind.
Spoke too soon.
She wants me.
They're feisty little ones, aren't they?
Just slowly tip her out so I can get behind her, because in the bowl they're a little bit hard.
Do you want me to get the tissue paper? I can get some tissue paper out if you want.
That's right, I'll just put this one over her head. It doesn't hurt getting bitten, but I'd rather not get bitten.
She is well poised. What a lovely looking
We keep her focused on the camera. I can slip behind her and pick her up.
Yeah, she's beautiful. 147, Jared. So she's doubled her weight in less than, what, 6 weeks?
Yeah, she's gorgeous though.
And she's taking rat fluffs as okay?
Rat fluffs. And
do you think she's straight cinnamon pied? There's nothing else in it?
Yeah, straight cinnamon, because he's a cinnamon pied and it was a het pied girl. So.
Yeah. Well, we think he might be pastel cinnamon, Jared.
Yeah, he might be.
In that case, is there a pastel in her at all?
I don't think so.
No.
Looks straight cinnamon to me.
Yeah.
But so beautiful.
Yeah. And we've also got a male pied we think is a big project called Peter, so we might as well have a little look at him too.
So what, the only problem with a light box is getting bitten is probably going to happen.
Should I get a tissue for you?
Yeah. We just got to calm her down so I don't get bitten.
There you go.
Thank you. These always work well because they can't hurt themselves if they bite it.
Is she a hisser? She's
Gonna
lovely,
have to paper
Jad.
down on my elbow.
Isn't she lovely though? I love her patterns and colours.
Very pretty
Beautiful.
snake.
And this is the other pied that we got from the same clutch, isn't it? And he's called Peter, the dinker. Look, he's beautiful, Jad. Should we bring him out and see how he's doing? Oh, let's weigh him first. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's all set. 128. Nice. He's just come out of shed, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's very pretty.
Lovely patterns.
The reason why we think there might be something, it might just be a straight pied, but when we look at him, God, they're all feisty today.
Yeah. Well, feeding day's tomorrow, isn't it? So beautiful
really
animal, Jad. Beautiful animal.
I get the lovely job of
You
getting
see,
them out
once you
again.
start feeding an animal, all their lovely little submissive hatchlings, when they come out of the egg, they're pretty submissive, most of them, but when they start feeding, they're like pistols, aren't they?
They can be, yeah.
But I'd rather do it that way, Jared, because you want them to have feeding instincts, don't you? So how much time have we got left before we're going to...
The battery's about to run out.
Battery's about to run up, so I think we'll call that a day on that side. We've got lots of wonderful plans, lots of things that we're adjusting for the beginning of the new breeding season. We just want to wish you guys an excellent start to your breeding season. Please follow us on our journey. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification button. And what we'll be doing is we'll be doing lots of videos going forward and just sharing some of our tips, sharing some of our methods, and giving you the experiences of almost joining us on this journey, and perhaps we can learn from each other. Thank you, Jared, for being our cameraman, and it's been wonderful, and we shall catch you next time. Bye bye for now.